Hey Pisces, I'm Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. I'm actually live right now for anybody who's catching this. Oh no, am I lagging? It looks like I'm slow on my end, so if you guys can let me know if like it's lagging on your end or not, I'd really appreciate it. Um, ee. Let's see who's in here. Order Corners, hey. Only Remedy, hey. You're eating a Pokeball. That sounds yummy. It's too early for Poke over here, although it's 10:30. Um, Am I lagging or am I not lagging? I really need you guys to let me know. Hi Nix. Hello, hello. Hey, hi. Lagging, not lagging, lagging, not lagging. Please let me know. Okay, thank you. I was like, oh no, no one's saying anything. Okay, all right, cool. We're good, we're good. Excuse me. So for those who are catching this after the fact, after the live, once it's posted, hopefully there will be timestamps. I will try to be good about writing down the times. I'll just get myself ready. Oh, excuse me. Cool, there we go. I'm still also very sleepy. Haven't been sleeping too awesomely lately, but you know, par for the course of everything that's been going on. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to be doing readings for the Piscean collective because it is your season. It's your birthday season. Hey, Brooke. Hi. Hey. Nice to see you. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. I know I still need to catch up with you. With my like move situation and everything going on, I've also been like very much in like my own little bubble mode, hermit mode, trying to take care of all this stuff. So I've been bubbled, so to speak. But the way this is going to work, I'm going to be doing readings for the Piscean collective because it is your season. We're wrapping up your season. And I like to do this for each sign when we go into their respective zodiac seasons. More so when we're wrapping up. I like to do it at the end. So just keep in mind, I am focusing on Pisces. So if you resonate with Piscean energy, you're drawn to Piscean energy, you have a lot of Pisces in your chart, or you're dealing with someone who's got a lot of Pisces in their chart, probably want to check this reading out. Also, this is very collective anyway because we're under the influence of Pisces. I'm still not lagging. I look so slow on my camera for some reason. No worries, I'm here whenever. Okay, I know, I figured, but just, you know, letting you know what's up. Um, no, I'm just gonna say it's fine. I figure if it's not fine, you guys will say something. Yeah, so that's it. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. I'm just gonna timestamp this at 3 minutes for read one here. Okay. Whew. Whew. Pisces. Before I actually went live, I had like a lot of energy that wanted to be released when I was getting ready to get into your energy. And so some of you guys may be experiencing that, like a need to do breath work or a need to get like a Reiki session or like to sort of cleanse the energy. Maybe some of you guys are feeling like you have some stuck energy. Breath work, I think, would be really, really good for you guys. I actually feel a little out of breath as I'm in your energy, like I'm restricted up here, or maybe I'm breathing shallowly. I'm having like shallowy kind of breaths, but I was fine before. So Pisces, some of you guys might be experiencing this. I actually want to start with this deck because they were showing me a specific card from this deck. So, yeah, it's like, it's like, why can't I breathe? The Seven of Water. They were showing me the Seven of Water, the Seven of Cups. From this deck. So I was like, all right, we're going to use this one. And that Seven of Cups actually does have a lot of fish in the illustration, which I thought was kind of cool. Seven of Cups in this deck speaks of flow. Being in that flow state, being in a state of surrender and not being in a state of resistance and just adapting to what is in the present and being in the present moment. It's a really nice card, actually. So let's go ahead and see what's up for my Pisceans. Any messages or insights for Pisces? Yeah, they're really bringing me to the heart space. Pisces, yeah, it's like, wait, fish that can't breathe in water. Sounds like a problem. Oh, it was funny. Yeah, Pisces, some of you guys might actually need to be doing a little bit of a heart clearing, or there may be some emotions that need to move. It feels like it's energy, but everything is energy. So yeah, I can be emotional, but it's like, I feel like there's just stuff. There's just stuff that wants to come out of here, out of your chest, maybe even through the back. This could even be relating to wings for some of you. That's interesting. I feel like there's a need to surrender. There's a call to surrender. But your water, your Jesus, excuse me, your mutable water, and usually that's your bread and butter. So I'm kind of surprised, but we all go through those moments no matter what's going on in our charts, right? And Saturn moving into Pisces as well. My Pisceans are totally feeling that energy. We're all feeling that. Saturn in Pisces wants us to surrender. Saturn in Pisces wants us to learn how to be in flow, and may even bring about circumstances to teach us to do that more, right? Any messages or insights for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. How often are you cleaning the vessel? That just came through. Yeah, this feels like it's all about stuck energy. That's what this feels like to me, Pisces. How often are you cleaning your vessel? And that's just not in the physical sense, but even energetically, right? How often are you taking care of your energy, taking care of your field? How often are you doing that? How often are you paying attention to that? How often are you honoring that? Yeah, again, it's this like Saturnian Pisces energy of like, can you be more devoted to being in surrender, to being in that place of Pisces and everything that that entails, even practices, like spiritual practices, right? Any messages or insights for Pisces? Ooh, the cards are getting stubborn. Cards are getting stubborn. Interesting. Queen of Swords on the bottom. She is definitely catching my attention for you. I just want to move the energy out of here. It's like it's bothering me. I feel like there was a sign I did and they had that same thing, but I don't remember what sign it was. It was one of the last 4 signs that I did for sure. I just can't remember who. Pisces, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. 9 of Earth in reverse is not being present. It's also not having gratitude. Could even be a feeling that comes through as like lack of self-worth, lack of confidence, but really the lacking of gratitude, lacking of being present is really the biggest thing that I'm feeling here. And it does speak also to like, how often are you being present, right? How often are you being present? How often are you being present? I feel a little bit of resistance coming in here, Pisces. What's this resistance? I can feel it. There's resistance. Why is there resistance? It's like, this feels weird. I'm actually feeling the resistance to taking care of the self. It's weird to say that, but that is what I'm getting. Like, resisting putting boundaries, resisting maybe even just being alone. Interesting. That might be more of what it is. Because it's like I'm getting this like catering to other people. Catering to other people, showing up for other people, giving to other people. Oh, and it's cluttering your energy field. Cluttering your energy field as a result. Why are you not, why? Why, Pisces, why? And this is general, but I am focusing on Pisces, but energy is fluid, it's not linear, right? So like maybe this is somebody you're dealing with and maybe you're trying to teach them to be more Piscean, because this doesn't feel very Piscean to me. It's like you guys are very compassionate, you're very loving. But I feel like I'm tuning into a group where it's like there's this emphasis on overgiving. There's this emphasis on really showing up for people, and it is cluttering the energy field. It's gunking up the energy, and then it's also affecting the heart space, because there's an ignoring going on of your own needs. There's an ignoring going on of what it is you need to do for your own energy, and to be present as well. It's like it's taking away and distracting from yourself. Also making it hard to practice gratitude as well, which helps us to be centered and helps us to get focused on the present. But you're resisting it. And I'm like, why are you resisting it? Okay, this is like a very weird reading, Pisces. Love. Are we clearing now? Did this energy come in, help to clear this out? Oh, excuse me, Pisces. Oh, yeah, I can feel it. The energy's moving now. Interesting. Move into that state of love. That's actually the energy that like I was feeling like with that 7 of Cups, right? It's like moving into present, moving into gratitude, moving into this very open, heart-centered space, right? And not, not taking your energy and externalizing it so much, and like, again, taking away from the present, taking away from yourself, not caring for the self. There's self-love going on in here too that you're being asked to move into. Yeah, I'm like, my breath is getting a little stronger. There's definitely some healing that I'm getting there too. Yeah, it's like Pisces, just come back, right? It's like Pisces, come back to self, come back to center. Don't get caught up in other people right now. Don't get caught up in like what you need to be doing for others. It's like, come back to you. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back, Pisces. Just come back. Just come back. It's like, that's really what I'm feeling with this. You may even have moved into this space because of something that you maybe didn't want to really experience. Words. Because of something you didn't want to experience here. So maybe there's been some stressful stuff going on. Maybe there's been some stuff going on that you don't like. Maybe there's a particular like situation or relationship that's very difficult, and maybe it's causing you stress, maybe it's causing you pain, maybe it's causing you to, or asking you to really look at yourself and focus on yourself. Whatever it is, it's like some of you might have been engaging in this to avoid this because maybe it was bringing up something that didn't really feel so great, right? But once you do that, it's like the energy starts to shift, the energy starts to move. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Oh, then there it is. 2 of air in reverse and emotions in reverse. Yeah, I knew something was going on here. I knew something was going on there. There's been some stuff here that you like haven't been wanting to sit in. Just clear as day, haven't been wanting to sit in. And especially the 2 of air being there, I mean, you could even see an illustration. It speaks of like light, dark polarities. Excuse me, in reverse, it really gets into that sort of like separated mind sort of a space. So whatever has been going on here that you haven't been exactly wanting to sit with, that's really uncomfortable, it's circulating around these like extremes, right, wrong is kind of what I'm getting here. Extremes of right and wrong, maybe right and wrong of things that you've done, or right and wrong of what you've been experiencing, or the right and wrong of what you should or shouldn't do. But for whatever reason, you've been evading it because it makes you uncomfortable, whatever it is. But moving into love is just key. It's key to moving through that. And then also taking time to clean up your field, because I can feel it. It's been cluttered. The more you've been ignoring yourself and all of this stuff, the more your field has been getting cluttered by other stuff and other people that you've been giving your energy to, giving your focus to. Ooh, nice. 10 of air coming in here, and it actually wanted to land on the love card, which I really like because 10 of air speaks of the higher mind. It speaks of moving into an elevated level of consciousness. Yeah, so it's like Pisces, I'm not even really caring whatever this is because it seems like you're moving past it. It does. It seems like you're moving past it as you come back to self and you get more centered here. Yeah. 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 It's nice. It's very clear cut. Learning. 3 of air. Got a lot of sword energy here, Pisces. Out of 6 cards, 4 of them are air. 4 of them are air energy, which tells me you've been up here, that you haven't been down here. So it's just kind of reaffirming that, right? This feels very reflective to me as well. It feels very reflective. Whatever this is that you've been evading, the second you start to move back into it and you come back to self, you're really learning why you did that. Maybe even understanding what's been sitting there on a whole other level. But you're also, like I said, it's like you're taking it to the next level. You're taking it as a learning lesson. So it's like Pisces, whoever this is for, it doesn't feel grand. It doesn't feel big. It's just, it feels like a little blimp. It feels like a little bit of like a tough moment that you're going through. And it's also, you're also learning from it. Just how not to get your energy field so cluttered. Learning how ignored emotions or the things that we neglect, they can start to really stagnate us, even physically, energetically, and reflecting on why that happened. And so you don't have to be doing that or falling prey to that as much anymore. Nice. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Oh. 10 of water. Wow, Pisces. That's yummy. I'm glad we got a water card because I was starting to feel like it's way too much air energy for a Piscean reading. So many things just wanted to be spoken on. Hold on a second. You are getting way more in tune with your body. You're getting way more in tune with your energy. You're also understanding, I almost want to say, like, the mechanics of your sensitivity. It's very cool. Understanding really truly how sensitive you are, maybe as an empath, or maybe even just as a light being, and even as a human being, maybe even emotionally, just how sensitive you really truly are, and how easy it is to be affected or influenced when you're not staying aware of that, when you're not staying on top of that. Especially when you start to neglect the self. So that's a huge thing. That's a huge thing that's coming in as this little like lesson that you're learning for yourself. And also as a result of understanding your own mechanics of your sensitivity and how that works for you. That 10 of water coming in, understanding how easy it is to be happy. Again, this higher mind, next level of perception, next level of looking at things, next level of understanding, understanding, right? The turtle's really standing out to me. I feel like the turtle's been coming out a lot in the collective recently, almost as like a little collective animal guide. The turtle it's a lot of things. It's ancestral energy. It also speaks of wisdom. It also speaks of being grounded and moving with the flow and moving at a pace that works, not necessarily what is like, not like a, how do I want to say? It speaks of the flow, right? It speaks of moving in flow with wisdom. There, that's the best way to say that. I like it. Getting a lot of feminine energy too. Really getting a lot of moon energy. This came up too for somebody, and I can't remember who it was in the sign readings. But feminine and moon, goddess. Some of you guys may be connecting to a moon goddess. Some of you may be connecting to a moon goddess. Some of you may be connecting to goddesses that are affiliated with like psychic abilities, magic, alchemy, the moon, and much like Isis, Hecate, Bast, goddesses like that. Some of you may be connecting goddesses like that because you're getting in tune with that aspect of yourself within. So then you're connecting with these goddesses as a result of that. It's all the same thing. As you connect externally to these goddesses, you're connecting to that within yourself, right? Again, understanding the mechanics of your sensitivity and maybe potentially your own psychic gifts and your own cycles, your own personal ebb and flow. So yeah, this is understanding the mechanics of Pisces. Understanding the mechanics of the self. Overall, yeah, look at that. Look at that. We got union. I love that. Oh, wow. Ooh, okay. And there's that 7 of water I saw. So this is your overall. I love that this is your overall Pisces because this is coming back to self. Remember I said, come back, Pisces, come back over here. This is you coming back. This is you back here, basically, in the union energy. Underneath that, what I thought was interesting is that we do have healing in reverse with the scribe and the 7 of water. And this is the 7 of water I saw. You see all the fish that I was talking about here. Now, these two, no likey. Scribe in reverse is a liar. Flat out liar. It's a liar. Can be somebody who is believing false information, ignoring truth, like denial. And then healing in reverse is resistance of healing. And that's kind of, to be honest, that's kind of where I feel like you've been. It's almost like you've been spiritually bypassing. Hate to say that, but that's kind of what I feel, especially with the 7 of water being here, because when I saw the 7 of water initially, I was like, oh yeah, being in surrender, right? And flowing. But to come out with these two, it's like, yeah, I'm going to shut my eyes and just be over here and not address this. But I'm just going to say I'm in flow. But I'm just going to say I'm surrendering. But I'm just going to say I'm being present when really you're spiritually bypassing. It's almost the same as like toxic positivity, you know? It's the same thing. Because really what you've been doing is you have been ignoring something that's been going on within yourself, that your soul's been like, can you come back here, Pisces, so we can like deal with this and come back to present, like truly come back to present and not be in this place of denial and like spiritual bypassing. Can we do that, please? That's totally what's been going on here. Now, it could also be that maybe you have been ignoring some hurt feelings, or some truths that it's truth that's correlated to your own feelings. So it's like, I really want to say it that way about people who potentially lied to you. People who potentially lied to you and maybe have hurt you, and you didn't really want to address the fact that you're still hurt by that. It could be seriously just as simple as that. Feeling wronged by people, right? But either way, you're coming back. You're coming back. And you're going to deal with it. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be beautiful. And you're going to move into this 10 of water, 10 of air energy, again, moving into that higher mind. It's going to help you learn more about you and your own mechanics of your emotions, your sensitivity when it comes to energy, psychic gifts, intuition, your personal cycles, even your body, and again, how sensitive you really are, so you can really just be in tune with what it is you need in each moment to moment to moment to moment, right? And how to navigate that. So yeah, nice lesson learned here, Pisces. That was an interesting read. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Look what just came out. The Counselor, which is like the Knight of Cups, which is Piscean energy. Okay, so this is something they clearly wanted. This fell out for a reason. Pisces, this external giving and showing up for other people. Please don't do that to your detriment. Please stop doing that to your detriment. Please stop doing that at the expense of Pisces. I keep feeling people who are like, I want to say practicing, actually, maybe practicing being healers, practicing like Reiki and things like that. And maybe you're new at it, and that's like this, we're always learning. Some of you are doing that and you're really cluttering your field, and then on top of it, you're not taking care of yourself. But this is you learning that lesson of how important it is to understand how to do that. How to take care of your energy, your body, your emotions, no matter what kind of way you're showing up for the collective, or like literally being a healer or a counselor to other people. That's what the counselor speaks of. It speaks of somebody who's there to hold space, or who's there to literally support, counsel, guide other people in an emotional way or in a spiritual way. Yeah, so something to be mindful of, Pisces. Something to be mindful of. Okay? All right, let's move on to another spread. Okay, well, the animals are calling me. The animals are calling. The animals are calling. Okay, let's do 15. Ooh. Okay. Starting with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck for this one. Now, for those of you guys who are new to my readings, especially these birthday ones, sometimes all of the readings I do in these birthday readings are correlated, or people can resonate with all of them in some way, shape, or form. And sometimes it's just, very individual, so it just depends. But just letting you guys know. Any messages or insights for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This feels very layered, Pisces, because they were giving me Ho'oponopono, which they gave me a little while ago for collective work, and it's coming up here. So there is like some forgiveness being practiced here. There is letting go happening. I kind of feel like it's already happened, to be honest, Pisces. I feel like it's already happened. Oh, excuse me. I feel like it's already happened, but why is it coming up again? Begs the question. Why is it coming up again? I knew the dolphin wanted to show itself. I could feel that dolphin energy. There is a feeling of getting back to play, getting back to passion, getting back to creativity, getting back to enjoying life, living life. But they keep saying Ho'oponopono, Ho'oponopono. They keep actually giving me like the words to it too. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. I'm so sorry, please forgive me. But I feel like it's done. So Pisces, this could be a thing where, you know, maybe you like made some peace with things and you got back to life as normal. You got back to being happy and enjoying yourself. But maybe someone else hasn't totally let go. Maybe someone connected with you hasn't totally let go. Or maybe, you know, there's almost like a, how do I want to say, like a resurgence of like someone that you were forgiving or was forgiving you, and they're kind of back in your field again, and maybe you're like enjoying time with them again. There's just a recall to whatever it is that you've already forgiven and forgiven. There's a recall to it. Any messages or insights? And you know, sometimes this happens too. Sorry, so I'm gonna stop for a second. So sometimes this happens too, where you know we're doing our own thing, minding our own business, and you know maybe we take some time to like let something go within ourselves, just completely alone, not physically bothering anybody else. Just like, you know, this person's been on my mind. I regret doing this. I regret saying that. Taking a moment to forgive yourself for that and letting that go, that has a ripple effect, right? And so sometimes when you've let go of something, whether the other person is aware of it or not, or whether they've been thinking about you or not, they feel that ripple effect, right? They feel that energy, again, whether they realize it or not, right? And it could cause them to start thinking about you, or it could cause them to shift how they feel about whatever's gone on. And so it's like, I almost feel like that's kind of what's going on here, Pisces. Interesting. Peacock. Really, the peacock. Peacock always feels so funny to me in this deck, because Peacock, like explicitly, the person who created this deck wanted the peacock to be like a captivating, beautiful, graceful sort of an energy. And it can be that, but I always feel some sort of distortion in this card. And I don't know why, but I just do. It's just how I work with this particular deck. And my guides know that. And so when the peacock comes out, there can be something very superficial or shallow about this card, or something that is hidden away behind the mask of a peacock, behind the mask of something that is beautiful or alluring, or well, or the, I want to say, appearance of good intentions, of being well intended. Every time it comes out, you give it a side eye. I can't help it. It's like I feel it so much from this card. I'm gonna be really honest here, Pisces. I kind of feel like, God, I don't want you guys to get offended, but I'm the messenger, right? And we're all human. We're all learning all the time. But Pisces, I kind of feel like this is you. I kind of feel like you've been in a peacock state a little bit, where you have been well intended and you have been doing, you know, you've just been doing your thing, like, again, very well intended, and maybe doing a lot for other people's, kind of like the energy I was feeling before in the first reading, right? But keeping it on the surface when there's something else deeper going on that you're not letting other people know about, that you're kind of ignoring yourself. This definitely relates to the first reading. And again, it could be somebody else, doesn't have to be you, but it's like, that's what I'm feeling with this peacock. Whoever's in the peacock energy, they're just keeping things on the surface, and whatever's going on deep down, they're not really wanting to touch it, let alone talk about it or express it. But even within themselves, they're not wanting to touch it. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Ooh, but there's something brewing. There's something to brewing here with Bat. Bat is a transformative energy. It's also a transitional energy from dark to light, from death to birth, you know, very much like the Death card. But Bat also speaks of seeing in the dark, seeing the truth, right? And then we also have the moon there, kind of also relating to the first spread. But yeah, whatever's going on underneath the surface of the peacock, it's going to come out. It's coming out. There's no way it's not coming out. And Pisces, kind of what I think, because they're bringing Ho'oponopono again. Pisces, it could be that maybe someone has practiced letting go of something or forgiving you for something, and that's helping to actually have this ripple effect of energy to help this come up and out within yourself, or vice versa, right? But it's definitely relating to something that has been forgiven already. I keep wanting to emphasize it. Whatever discomfort has been lurking down in here, Peacock, that maybe you've had guilt about, maybe you've had shame about, or maybe you've just been hurt by it and other people feel guilty or have shame about it. Doesn't matter. There's unhappy, uncomfortable emotions attached to it. It's already been forgiven. So this is about the letting that go. Letting it come up and out. Just let it come up. Let it come up and out. Interesting. We got frog on the bottom. Is that dolphin? I thought that was dolphin for a second. No, frog. Releasing. Oh, any other messages or insights for Pisces? And I've said this before too, because it's like there are times when we do the work on something, but we're still holding on to it, or it's still in our bodies in some way, shape, or form. I know I've talked about this recently. Or there are times when, you know, our awareness of something that needs to happen is there, but until it like we really integrate it and like really embody that like all the way down through our entire system and all the way down into our chakras, can we actually go through a full completion of something, right? Also feel like that's partly what's going on here too. It's already been forgiven. It's already been forgiven. It's already been forgiven. Time to let it go. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Ooh, didn't expect that. We got Firefly. We got a spark. Firefly is literally how it sounds and how it looks. It's a spark of energy, of vitality. It doesn't last very long, so you always want to like capitalize on when this comes in. It's literally like a boost of stamina, a boost of vitality, or a spark of inspiration. Imagine. I was getting a couple different things for you guys with that Firefly card. Once this comes up and out, once this release happens, there is a moment of like a boost of like physical energy. So if you are wanting to be productive, definitely capitalize on that. But I can also feel this like realization. I can feel this like light bulb moment of looking at the bigger picture of things, and then as a result also being able to look at the self, right? But I can feel that it's coming. This is coming in like right when this process of release is completed. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh. Anxiety. Pisces, what is going on? We're starting to get a little all over the place. Rabbit. Rabbit. Anxiety and fear is what I'm getting. Anxiety and fear, anxiety and fear, anxiety and fear. Anxiety and fear. I feel like this is attached to what it is that's coming up to be released. That's, again, I want to say, has already been forgiven. It's already been forgiven. But why is anxiety and fear attached to this? Can I get a card for the rabbit, please? Pisces, what's going on? What's going on? We have moth and snake. That's some powerful energies together, because moth is magnetism. Moth is attraction. And when Firefly came out, I was like, chemistry? Like, I kind of had that feeling of like a spark between two people. And then I was like, oh, I was like, no, wait, this definitely feels more of like the boost of energy and vitality you get when you have like finally released something, like the sigh of relief, right? But anyway, that energy is also kind of here too, that like energy. Because snake is also potential. Snake is tapping into untapped potential or untapped energy, like a well of energy that you haven't tapped into yet. Excuse me. This feels very triggery. This feels very, very triggery. So even though there's already been forgiveness for whatever this is, Pisces, here it is. It's coming up and out. It's coming up and out. And one of the reasons that maybe it's been hard to let go of is because it's very triggering to your soul for some reason. Maybe even catalytic to your soul on some level here. And the fact that even in the first read, because there's definitely a correlation here, even in the first read when we had the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Water, it's like you're moving to the next level of something. You're moving to the next level of consciousness, the next level of understanding how to be happy and understanding yourself on a whole other level and how to navigate that, right? Especially when it comes to dealing with people, because you are sensitive, and there's nothing wrong with that. But whatever's coming up to be released, I think it's been sitting there for a while because there's something about it that shows you you. Shows you you. Shows you, again, yeah, your sensitivity. On some level, your capability. Maybe even your power. You know, the more work we do on ourselves, the more we can see our own God essence. God essence, goddess essence. And I feel like that's kind of what this is. It's triggering. It's definitely triggering. For some of you, where the thing that's being released that's already been forgiven is tied to a person, or maybe you, again, you feel like they lied to you, or some way, shape, or form. There could have just been such an attraction or such a pull that maybe that's also why you've been ignoring it. Because if there was somebody that's like wrapped up in this and you've been holding on to the emotions about it, it's definitely hurt emotions. Definitely. It's hurt emotions, it's disappointment. Um, and that would feel uncomfortable. That wouldn't be fun. That would not be fun to look at, right? I'm not going to say obsessive, but it has a little bit of that devilish quality of just like insane attraction, insane draw, insane pull, you know, even if it is like spiritual. I'm not saying it was toxic. If that's what's going on with you, and this is these emotions and this thing you need to release that's already been forgiven is tied to another person, and they were lied, or they were manipulative, or you were in denial about something about them, and it just left you with these feelings, right? That this discomfort. But you're going to be looking at this no matter what. It's like it's kind of unavoidable. It's coming up and out. And I think this process was initiated because somebody forgave, because somebody let go. They forgave themselves, or they forgave the other person. And it's causing this ripple effect for it to come up and out, and to be finally be released and to be completed. Make me work real hard today, huh, Pisces? I was like, what is going on? Fire ant. Ew. It's like a 5 of Wands energy. Fire ant comes out when we are uncomfortable, and the pressure and the discomfort is getting more uncomfortable. You can look at it as like 5 of Wands meets Nine of Swords. Because it's like it's this rising of tension, rising of anger, rising of resentment, rising of emotion, but it stems from being uncomfortable or experiencing some sort of resistance, which is exactly what I've been getting with you, right? And remember, it's like the firefly is like this spark that's coming after this release, like almost like to signal the completion itself. They're correlated here. These are representing the uncomfortable emotions. This is representing the thing that hasn't been fully released, even though it's been forgiven, right? Oh, interesting. Unicorn, eagle, release with the frog, and death with vulture. Oh, it gets juicier. Anyway, before I get there, Pisces. We have fire ant, unicorn, and eagle. Unicorn is the third eye chakra, which is also about truth and clarity, right? And also being in tune with our own soul's intuition, psychic awareness, all that stuff. Eagle, in this deck, very, very specifically speaks of karmic cycles, ending them and opening them. This has to come up and out. It has to, because it's time to complete it. It's time to complete it. And then even with frog and vulture, right? It's like frog is cleanse and release, and vulture is let it be dead and let me eat the dead stuff for you, so you can move on from this completion here. Underneath that, otter, love. If there was one card I had to pick in this whole deck to represent love, it's otter. Otter is unconditional love, receptivity, open-hearted. It's like 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, lovers energy. It's very ooey gooey gushy, and it's very delicious and very yummy. And it's like, this is the energy that awaits you, right, at the end of this completion. And again, this doesn't feel like massive. This doesn't feel like a major cycle, major process. Like, it feels like something happened that was very disappointing. Something happened that potentially hurt you, potentially hurt someone else, and you've been working on the surface level since then because of it, because you haven't wanted to see it, or they haven't wanted to acknowledge it, and someone let it go. And it was a ripple effect, like almost through the cord, like through the tether, through the attachment, and now it's forcing the other person to actually fully release it, and it's already been forgiven. And now it can be released, and there can be completion. And one of the beautiful gifts about this whole process, Pisces, is that by the end of it, there's a real beautiful seeing the self here. And again, understanding the mechanics of your own sensitivity, like how your emotions emotions, how your emotions, your energy, your body is affected by people and by the things that you do and your different circumstances. And what happens when you neglect that, right? What happens when you neglect your emotions? What happens when you neglect your energy field and taking care of those things, especially at the expense of taking care of someone else, or doing because you're not focusing on you? What are the repercussions of that? And understanding, again, how to navigate this so you don't have to fall prey to having stuck energy all the time, or you don't have to fall prey to feeling out of balance, or maybe not feeling connected with your intuition, all of that. All of that. And at the end of the day, too, it's also really opening you up with your heart space in the throat, like all through here, really helping to open you up there. Very interesting. What time is it? We got 41 minutes. I'm gonna do one more. Read 3. I'm gonna do just straight tarot, this one. We'll do 42 minutes. Okay. Okie dokie. All right. Kind of want to get some new messages for you guys. Let's see if they'll give us some new messages for Pisces, for a different group of Pisces. If not, it just is what it is. Also, please don't forget to like the video. It really does help me with the algorithms, guys. Like, I can't stress enough how much like YouTube has been like messing with content creators on YouTube with everything they keep changing. And so for the live videos, like, they just don't circulate the lives as much, like, for anybody. And the other thing is, when people go to the homepage, they don't list the lives on the homepage. Like, you actually have to go to a separate tab to even look at them, to even see that they're there. So I'd really appreciate you guys liking the video, because we got over 200 people in here. Okay, thank you. I can see people are doing it. We got about 117 likes. But yeah, please take the time to do it. It helps us so much. Okay? Thank you. Do it for all your favorite YouTube channels. I know everybody would appreciate it. Okay, Pisces. Why am I hearing princess? Princess. Is that like a pet? What is that? Something about that feels strange. I don't know. Something about that makes me feel weird. Princess. Maybe it's a nickname. I don't know. Princess. Princess. Do you want to be a princess? Do you want someone to treat you like a princess? I don't know. I'd rather be queen. But... any messages or insights for Pisces? I gotta be honest. I'm getting like a what is this? Like a talking down, condescension. That's the word. Like, someone's being condescending is kind of how it feels. Condescending, maybe looking down on somebody. Like, it almost feels like an adult to a child, but in a way that's like not respectful. You know? That's like, yeah, like condescending. Or talking to somebody like they're too naive, or they're too dumb, or they're too young, or they just don't know any better. I don't know, I don't like it. I don't really like that vibe. Like, who are you? Like, who are you to talk to me like that? Like, that's kind of what I would want to say in response. And who knows, maybe this is between like a parent and a child. But even then, I don't know. I still think respect needs to be shown to your kids. But just fine. But I'm not a parent, so who am I to talk? Um, but if this is going, oh, Mayor, thank you for the 4.99. Thank you. Appreciate that. But like if it were me, like if this is my peer, put it that way. If this is my peer or if this is someone who's like around my age, even if they have like 20 years on me and they're talking to me like that, no. just no. Like, are you my daddy? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I suddenly became a 3-year-old again. Like, I don't know. Something about it just feels very, ugh. And it's interesting I said daddy, because it's like, it does feel like a masculine energy is kind of involved in this. Doesn't have to mean a man. I mean, like, masculine energy, like almost someone's trying to be the authority. Whether they're male or female doesn't matter. Yeah, someone's trying to be the authority here, Pisces. And it's like, who died and made you my authority? Yeah. It's very interesting. Any messages or insights for Pisces? I would just look at them with a side eye and be like, what reality do you think you're living in? Any messages or insights for Pisces? Yeah, this is Pisces. This is about authority, power. I actually wanted to say devotion, but to me, devotion is a very sacred word. And this feels more about like maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody just really doesn't understand what it means to be loyal and devoted and committed, or to like show up within a community or a family or within a relationship, or when it comes to other people, right? Because it's like you all can be loyal to each other. Like you can have like a loyal family or a loyal group of like friends or whatever, but it's like it doesn't mean there needs to be a number one. And even if there is a number one, that's not how you be number one. Right? Like if there's like a matriarch, a patriarch, or a boss, or like a leader of a project or something, like that's not how you do it. That's not what that looks like, right? And there are all kinds of ways to lead, but that's not what that looks like. So I'm not taking this because it's a huge stack, but 9 of Pentacles is at the top. Oh, interesting, with 2 of Cups. I'm not taking it, but I'm showing you all the cards. And then 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is about working with other people. Hold on. Working with other people and power dynamics. Okay. Someone may be even very condescending about emotions. Like someone might be the type to be like, oh, you're too sensitive. 8 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. So there's a lot of energy being invested. There's a lot of time being invested, and something is being created. Something's being forged. This would definitely be around a work situation. No question. But it's about the level of commitment and investment that there's been already. But then we have the Hanged Man, right? So something is clearly slowing this down or putting a pause here because something needs to change. That's also why the Hanged Man comes out, because the Hanged Man comes out when there needs to be development. There needs to be some sort of maturation on a spiritual level or an emotional level of a situation. Like maybe it needs to progress in a certain way or change in a way where, again, it's like it's more predictable, mature, long-term, reliable, right? Or if it's about an individual's growth, it's like spiritual development. But anyway, yeah, so not surprised that that's there. I almost feel like the Hanged Man is correlating to a question mark. Ooh, 5 of Cups. Disappointment. That 9 of Pentacles keeps wanting to come out. It's like it fell into my hands a couple times. Yikes. Disappointment at how something is going, how something has been progressing. And again, it feels collaborative, like it's within a group, like of friends, or it's a work situation or a family situation. It could even be between 2 people. But it's about these power dynamics. And whoever's invested, so 8 of Pentacles is a lot of time. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of energy. That's like potentially that could be years. Potentially. It could also be like numerous months. Especially we're talking about like a one-on-one relationship. many, many, many hours of work if it's like project related. But either way, it's like this question mark is coming in of, is this healthy? Can I continue like this? And the Five of Cups on the other side of the Hangman, it's like, shit, maybe not. Maybe this can't continue like this. Maybe this isn't gonna work. And I keep getting the sense it's coming down to power dynamics. And I keep getting this, like, it's like a character. I keep feeling this character that's just like, yeah, very old school, whether they realize it or not, like very old school way of thinking of like, someone needs to be in the driver's seat, or someone needs to wear the pants in the relationship, or someone needs to have the say. And it just doesn't feel good, right? That's not a team player, right? That's kind of a bully. That's somebody who's controlling. That's somebody who's dominating. It's like, that's not a leader. That's not a matriarch, a patriarch. That's not a boss you want to have. It's not a partner you want to have. It's not a friend you want to have. It's not a family member you want to have. And it's leading to just disappointment and feeling like, damn, all this time, all this energy, and it's not going to work out. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? Two of Wands. Yeah, time to course correct. Time to course correct. Keep getting pulled back into this character. I feel like whatever this energy is, it makes them feel good. Like, it makes them feel powerful. And again, like the sense of control. And I'm not trying to paint this person like to be a bad person. I just think that they have some growing to do, literally just some growing to do when it comes to relationship dynamics. There's something else going on with this person. Hold on. Or this energy. Yeah, I keep wanting to say that. It makes them feel good. Maybe it makes them feel special or needed. I just don't like the way it feels, right? Because it's kind of like, look at what I've done for you, or look at what I can do for you. Look at everything I'm capable of helping you with, almost implying like you couldn't do it on your own, or almost implying like, I hate to say they're the answer to God's prayers, but like kind of like that a little bit. Like they're the key to the solutions, or they're the key to everything. It's like there can't be success or stability or happiness or whatever without them, is kind of like how they like to feel. They like to feel like they're the answer to the problem. That's probably the better way to say it. They like to feel like they're the answer to the problem. They like to feel like they're the keys to the gate, right? They tie it to their self-worth. They tie it to their self-worth. And because if they're not, right, if people or a person, if this is like, a family situation or a work situation, or again, like a one-on-one kind of relationship or friendship, if they don't fill that role and someone is just doing everything on their own, then what are they good for, right? Like that's their mindset, whether they realize it or not. And I think the other person, or if you're in this group and you're witnessing this, you're just like, this ain't gonna work. This is not healthy. This isn't exactly what I want to be a part of. Yeah, especially the fact that the Nine of Pentacles keeps wanting to be like, don't forget about me, don't forget about me. This is independence. This is like, I can do it. This is like, I am very capable, actually. Any other messages? Interesting. We have a Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands can be a little impulsive. It's kind of passionate. Are you wanting to bolt out of this? It's like a restless energy. It's restless. It's restless. It's restless. It's restless. I do feel like this person is a little controlling. It can be, they can let their passions drive them a little bit. Maybe act or speak before they think could even happen. But I definitely feel like whoever's trying to get out of the situation also has this Knight of Wands energy. Like they kind of do want to bolt, but I don't feel like there's action yet. Ooh. The way this came out, because the Knight of Wands landed on the Eight of Pentacles, right? And then this King of Wands came out kind of on top of everything. And I feel like this is that energy of like, I'm the authority. I'm the authority. Are you? Thought God was authority. Anyway, sorry. You gotta laugh at some of this stuff. So now we have a Knight of Wands and a King of Wands. Yeah, again, maturing, right? So it's like, yeah, I definitely think this person has some Knight of Wands qualities and they need to learn to be a king, right? Knight of Wands doesn't lead. Knight of Wands is not a matriarch, patriarch. Knight of Wands is a juvenile teenager with like, tantrum issues or whatever, like, or self-control issues. That's what I was going to say. So, impulse control issues. That's what a Knight of Wands is. A King of Wands is a leader. A King of Wands is somebody that people do want to go and ask advice or do want to follow. But King of Wands, there's also something else with the King of Wands that people don't always talk about. Yes, the King of Wands is Leo. So yeah, they are in the spotlight and they are like out there and people see them and they're passionate and all these things. But King of Wands specifically actually enjoys letting people get into it. They enjoy letting people like do what they can, what they're capable of doing to really build something up or be a part of something. They like when people participate because they're fire. They like people to be in on the action. They don't want to be doing everything themselves. They don't want to be the final, I am the overlord and I say all, whatever. I'm dramatizing here. I'm exaggerating. But yeah, King of Wands, that is the kind of leader that wants people to be doing, that wants people to be, accountable. This person needs to learn to be that true King of Wands. And Pisces, this could be you. Just saying, right? We're all human. Ooh, on the Two of Wands, Ace of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords. Again, the disappointment of what's been going on here in this situation, right? The Nine of Swords tells me that there's probably been loss of sleep over this. There's definitely been a lot of stress, maybe even dreams or nightmares, but about like how discouraging the situation is. Any other messages or insights for Pisces? You could also be this could also be bringing up anything from your past relating to like you and your parents as well. I really feel this. I've got to be honest. I really feel this for men. Like that's something that's actually coming through really strongly. Like understanding what it really means to be a man, right? What it really means to be like masculine and not in that like toxic, distorted way, right? But how to be that within the self and be happy with that, be comfortable with that, be proud of that. Like that's been missing, right? So it's like learning all of those things, maybe even on your own. I feel like that's definitely a lesson for somebody in the midst of this. Overall, we have Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh, Queen of Swords in reverse. Nine of Cups in reverse. Jesus, it just keeps going. Six of Pence in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. Oh my God. King of Cups in reverse. I swear, not all of these are in reverse, guys, because I shuffled this pretty well. This one's a kicker. That one's a kicker. Let's look at this overall energy. Yeah, there's entitlement, man. This is entitlement. That Nine of Cups in reverse with the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's like, this is my inappropriate lover card, my inappropriate emotions card. It's somebody who can be emotionally manipulative or shut down or even prone to kind of like tantrums a little bit. Queen of Swords in reverse, very cold, very icy, very final, is not good at listening, not good at talking, not good at communicating. They can be very, very stuck in their ego, the Queen of Swords in reverse, especially coupled with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Because this is like my disappointment, my lack of happiness, my lack of like fulfillment within myself is fueling my behavior, right? Six of Pence in reverse and Ten of Cups in reverse. That's a feeling of one being, one-sidedness. It's kind of a me energy a little bit here. This feels like a lot. Like, even just tuning into this is kind of like making me more exhausted. And then to top it off with the King of Cups in reverse. Like, it's the same as the Knight of Cups in reverse, just amped up a little bit. Emotionally shut down. Not in tune with one's emotions. Not in tune with one's soul, really. Not in that way. Definitely lacking emotional maturity and lacking a lot of emotional regulation here. Ooh. Like I said, could even be bringing up experiences with parents, parental figures, who were like this. And who were not like, they weren't about teaching, they weren't about parenting, they were just about themselves, right? Could even have been dealing with some narky people. Wow, so it's like that's a huge layer to this, because I feel like whoever's struggling with this, like being the authority but not knowing how to be authoritative in a healthy way, I feel like they definitely have had those experiences with family and parental figures. And for those of you who are dealing with this person, this could be taking place within a family dynamic for sure, where there's many people involved. But it's time to mature for this person. They need to grow. They may not grow, because that's a huge lesson. That doesn't happen overnight. And for those of you who are in this situation and you're recognizing this, you're worried. You're worried, you're concerned, because you know that something has to change, something has to shift, and you might have to just literally walk away and not participate. You're always so tapped in. Much love. Thank you, Erin. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Yeah, because Pisces, if you're thinking of, okay, I have to course correct here, you've put a lot into this already. You've given a lot of yourself to this family, this group, this job, this work environment, this relationship. And it's disappointing. Sorry. Kind of stinks. Happy birthday. But yeah, so Pisces, those are the reads. I hope you guys got some good support out of these readings, and I wish you guys all the best. I wish you guys luck. I'm gonna go take a little break, and then I'm actually, don't mind me, a little bug. And then I'm actually going to be doing the weekly, and so that should be posted today on Patreon, and it will post here on Monday. Tomorrow I will be doing the New Moon Live Aries on Patreon, which will also be posted to Vimeo after the fact. Okay? All right, guys, I'm gonna go. Happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. That totally just like flashed back in my head. Happy St. Patty's Day, and happy Friday, and all those things. And I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Thanks again for the super chats, and thanks again for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Take care.